I think that is the most
Yes.
magical, rewarding part that I saw. I mean,
Yes.
for the longest time, they have been like, no, 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 but this forces them to like, I need this, I want this. So it
Yes.
makes everything changes.
So what do you think is the future? Because right now, home viewing is allowed already. I mean, obviously, you guys will probably be doing home viewing rather than virtual viewing. But how has this changed your business, or thinking ahead? Like, how do you think the marketing landscape is going to change for property in the next maybe 6 months or 1 year?
All right. Well, the online medium channel is you cannot forego that. Although property using social medias or online has still very young. I would say only in the maybe the last 5 6 years.
Yeah.
But when I first started using online channels was like in the beginning of my business, which is like almost 10 years ago. I believe technology will have a shift in terms of how we do run our real estate business. I mean, I always look at the positive part.
Yeah.
What these 2 months has equipped property consultants, property agents like us is we are being forced to change.
Yeah.
If you don't change, you'll be lagging behind and you'll be, out of the market in due time.
Yeah.
So the time actually forces a lot of people to adjust themselves to the online channel.
Yeah.
But what I'm afraid of is that a lot of them after this will go back to the norm.
Yeah.
They
So
will
they
fall
don't they
back.
don't learn from it, right? They don't learn from it. They just go back to the norm.
Yeah, they will go back to the norm and they were like, since I can do physical viewing, let's eliminate the total virtual situation, which my prediction is it will never go away.
Yeah.
It will be part of us for centuries to come. It has to be, the this kind of arrangement. And in the real estate arena in the industry, we're already seeing quite a fair bit of changes.
Mm.
Because right now, even trainings, when we are giving trainings, is no longer we need a physical room, and which we have a limited capacity. We can just run a virtual event and we can just host 5,000 people.
Yeah.
Instead of the usual 300 or 500.
Yes.
So
Totally.
that's
So
yeah. So
little cost.
correct.
Yeah.
So the cost, the time, you're of course you're at the luxury of your own place, your car. You can still watch it and you can still learn,
Mm.
which tells me that the efficiency, the
Mm.
productivity, and the
Mm.
time
Mm.
is going to be greatly, greatly maximized
Yeah.
in years to come.
Yeah.
And that's why I favored all right, I favored this circuit breaker period because it allows me to be more productive.
Yeah.
I do not need to travel. I do not need to wait for car park lots, and a lot of lost time. A lot
Yes.
of lost time.
Yes. Yes. Traveling from one place to the other place, right? Drinking coffee sometimes, and then chit chatting for no reason. Of
Correct, correct. I mean, yeah, I mean, we still need to have social life, but I'm talking
course.
about the business aspect, right? You
Yes. Yes.
know, if I need 5 hours to complete a task versus 5 hours I can complete 4 tasks, I would definitely want to do the 4 tasks in 5 hours.
Yeah.
But this circuit breaker has been very challenging yet rewarding in
Yeah.
terms of the experience that we get.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the landscape definitely will change. And we have to uphold this digital world that is definitely, well, I mean, real estate has been very slow. I mean, I have to be very, very upfront. Has been very slow in adopting technology
Yeah.
uh, into the business. So I'm glad circuit breaker came because now the organizations are bring their game up.
Yeah.
They know they need to invest in certain tools. They need to invest in certain infrastructures,
Yeah.
resources to make sure that this continues.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, I think one last thing to share also is also that we don't want to just use um that means right now if let's say after phase two we are able to do physical viewing, and then you jump right into physical viewing. That's not one of our strategy. We are still using a lot of online.
Okay.
You know,
So you guys are still doing online as well, online
yeah,
viewing.
definitely. We are doing a lot of online viewing still, a
Mm.
lot of virtual consultations still,
Mm.
and if need to, then physical viewings
Yeah.
will come out, and physical viewing becomes almost like a bonus
Nice.
if
Okay.
you need to do that. Yeah, real estate has been very slow. I mean, I have to be very, very upfront. Has been very slow in adopting technology.
Yeah.
Uh, into the business. So I'm glad circuit breaker came, because now the organizations are bring their game up.
Yeah.
They know they need to invest in certain tools, they need to invest in certain infrastructures, resources to make sure that this continues.
Yep.
And I mean, I think one last thing to share also is also that we don't want to just use that means right now, if let's say after phase 2 we are able to do physical viewing, and then you jump right into physical viewing, that's not one of our strategy. We are still using a lot of online.
Okay.
And physical viewing becomes almost like a bonus.
Nice.
If you need to do that, yeah.
So you guys are still doing online as well? Online viewing?
Definitely. We are doing a lot of online viewing still, a lot of virtual consultations still. And if need to, then physical viewings will come out. Yeah.
In fact, I think that's going to save you a lot of time, right? Because in the past, it's always like, okay, from the first meet is you have to meet already, and that is a lot of back and forth, traveling and wasting time. But like right now, you guys can kind of do a combination of both, right? Because you can meet people online first. Hey, they can view online first. I mean, it's also even better for the client. They don't have to always go down just to see the stuff. They see online first. If they like it, then they go down.
Correct.
Right? And there's a higher chance that when you meet you, that there's already a more confirmed deal, rather than, hey, meeting again, traveling back and forth and whatsoever. I personally think that that's really awesome. Like even from a consumer standpoint, like, because I when I go and see properties all the time, I'm traveling from places to places, and sometimes it's just that the place alone is just disappointing. But if I can do virtual viewing first, then I don't have to waste my time going down.
Correct.
So that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so this is going to be the new wave of, and I'm glad we adopted this early. We are not so scared of the technology or the virtual situation. And I think one of the other aspect is consumers are getting used to it as well. I think that is the most magical, rewarding part that I saw. I mean, for the longest time, they have been like, no, but this forces them to like, I need this, I want this. So it makes everything changes.
Yes, I have so much to thank for. I mean, of course, all empathy and sympathy to people affected by the viruses, the businesses affected. But I personally feel that this helps the world move forward with the technology that we already have. Like personally, like having a Zoom call with someone, it saves so much time. I mean, it's not that I don't like personal interaction, but you gotta meet up, you're gonna travel, sometimes, and you have so much to do in a day. It's just so hard, right? But I've always been promoting people to meet online, and my clients, a lot of my clients, they are not super. I would say they're not super open to the idea. But right now it's like everyone have to meet up, right? I mean, in the past, even when I say, hey, let's meet up online, download Zoom, they're like, what is Zoom, right? But now nobody don't know Zoom.
Correct.
So the adoption has really picked up so much. And I feel that is actually better for the world, because like people are moving forward and actually using the technology that's already available. The fact is, do you know people don't even know that Zoom has already been around 9 years ago?
Yeah, I was shocked lah. I mean, when they're saying that, oh, this is something new, I was like, okay. That means, I mean, you can't blame them lah. They are not in the loop of such technologies.
Yeah. Good. So just to sum it up before I ask you the next question. So basically, for those of you who are listening right now, think about like the world's not going to go back to normal, right? Even though things are opening right now, whatever. This is a lesson that we are learning. And if you don't learn from this lesson, what if the second wave comes? What if something happened again? What if something similar happened again, right? Now it's all about how can we adopt technology and kind of like fuse it to your business right now. And if you don't do it, you're really going to lose out, because your competitors are doing it, right? People like Edmund, they're the top 1%. They are doing it right now, right? So
I think one of the, like our business mentor, Marshall Turbo, was sharing, this is a structural change.
Yeah, structural change.
This structural change is going to be massive. If you are all in business and we don't adopt and embrace it, we'll be left behind and we can't catch up.
Yep.
So the faster that we adopt and embrace it and change, we'll be moving forward so much faster than the rest.
Yeah, love it. I want to ask you the next question. I want to take a step back and ask you basically the next question. The next question is more towards your own personal